2023, Nimishillen Township Board of Trustees, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen, Lord.
Before we get started, Joanne Moody passed away. I think a lot of people in this room knew Joanne. She passed away this past 3 days ago or so. She was a reporter, reported a lot of our meetings. She was a columnist. And if we could do a quick moment of silence for her, I would really appreciate it here. Say a little prayer. Amen. Thank you very much. I'll do a roll call. George Kiko here, President, Nimishillen Township Trustee. Don Keith to my right. Jen Leone is here as well. Todd Bosley up here on the left is our fiscal officer. Rich Peterson is on assignment. He's doing fire training in Texas, so he is excused. He texted me earlier. They have an extra day of training down there as well. Jamie May is here representing the road crew, and also we've got our zoning inspector and part of the usual crew here as well. Get right into the fire. Make a resolution. You want to do that, Jen?
Sure. I motion to approve a resolution to hire Brian DiLoretti as a part-time probationary dispatcher at an hourly rate of $16.50 per hour effective 9/15/23.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting, please.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Okay. Road, Jamie.
Number two, resolution to accept the September 14th, 2023 road report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Okay. Fiscal officer, Todd.
Okay, number three, approve the minutes for the August 24th, 2023 trustees meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Number four, approve payment to Ohio Billing for August service charges in the amount of $2,241.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Number five, approve a one-year renewal of the P.O. Box 1 in the amount of $82.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting, please.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Number six, approve payment to Auditor of State for fourth quarter UNA fees in the amount of $948 for the 21/2022 financial audit in the amount of $4,079.50. So it's actually two items.
Do we need to? Okay.
We can put them in the same one.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Okay, on to zoning. Jeff Shipman.
Seven, resolution accept the September 14th, 2023 zoning report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Voting, please.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Eight, accept the August 2023 monthly audit report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Voting.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
And a quick discussion on RVs and motorhomes, seasonal storage. We get people calling because some people, come back from being on vacation with their RVs and park them in the driveways. And then I get people saying that they should be in the backyards because it's in code. I'm thinking maybe this could be a seasonal thing where during the summertime they're bringing them and we talk about cleaning the vehicles up in the driveways. And usually they're back out on the road again the next weekend. So I just throw that at you, just let you know that, maybe say something to Reagan about it, maybe do something like that on a seasonal basis. Just like mowing grass.
What do you mean seasonal, Jeff? Leave them sit out in front of the house all winter? Is that what?
No. This is a summer thing.
Oh, summer.
Yeah, you know,
They winter in Florida and they're coming back in the summer, you mean?
yeah, we're starting to get, like recreational lots around here. We were talking about some of the other areas where they actually buy a piece of land and then they come back here for this, like the summer, park it in there. But we also have them where they'll pull them into their drives at, during the summer around here, just to work on them when they get back, clean them up. And, but a lot of people ask that question, do we have any code against but it's like a courtesy thing, I guess, you know what I mean? But I just wanna say, you know, we could say something to Regan about it, because, you know, they are rewriting the book right now, so. Just say, you know, well, during such and such months, we understand that there's a transition going on here with their recreational equipment. Instead of bringing them back and then push them away into the back of the, behind the house, it's kind of convenient, it's more like a convenient, temporary, setting for it.
I mean, how would you enforce that though? with
Are we getting
temporary?
complaints about people parking in their driveway, is that what it's about?
Yeah, we're talking.
I know we've
these are
gotten
not
over the
junky
years.
vehicles, you know, I
Right,
mean, these are
right, I
like
know,
constantly used recreational vehicles, and, you know, they back them up to the driveway and come back on, usually it's on the side of the, you know, their driveway, and they got them open, they're cleaning them, and I'm thinking,
Yeah, but on the same token though too, you always have the neighbor that he's gonna cover it, right, and he puts a big blue tarp on it. So you got literally a billboard that you look out your window, if you're the next door neighbor, you look at a big blue billboard for 3 months or so, you know.
there's not
Playing
enough,
devil's
it
advocate
doesn't have
there.
that big thing on it, that says, you know, Lance,
Yeah,
yeah, I get it.
right from Sam, I get it. But that's what concerns me, is you kind of crack open that door a little bit, the rule was in there for your place, but I think if the zoning board wants to talk about it, that's kind of up to them, but to me, you know, I think if you wanna park your RV, there's RV storage places to store them, and there's places to rent, and there's, you know, if you have a backyard to store it into, you know, out of courtesy to your neighbor. That's just my personal
And
opinion.
we're backing side yard on them, aren't we, Jeff?
Yeah, on the side, or, yeah, some people, you know, they put in small little driveways along the side of the yard and stuff like that.
And I'm kind of with George, you open the door a crack, and sometimes that crack.
Same dollar heat.
Well, and there's one over on, the lady on,
Make the road.
Gephardt.
There's one over on Broadview too.
Yeah, and they do, and I know it's drivable, but she brings it home, parks in front of the place, and, yeah, I get it.
I always thought if it came around, you know, like the fall and they disappeared, cause you know, most of them do that, they have a place where they take them, but during the time when they're really using them.
Well, and then some people that camp on the weekends, they're gonna,
right.
they work up here and they stay in Ohio, but they go to an RV park on the weekend, and they come back during the week and they park right in their driveway, and then they go the next weekend. So it's both ways, in my opinion, too. I know what you're saying, the snowbirds, but there's a lot of people that just camp locally as well. And then that RV sits in the driveway. In that case, they should have a lot, you know, rent a spot or go to an RV rental. That's my opinion. But, you know, I think that the code's there for a reason. I would stay with it. That's just me. But if the zoning wants to bring it to us, the zoning board.
If they have like another opinion
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay, on the trustees, Jen?
Okay, I make a motion to approve, pay increase for part-time road department employees to $18.20 an hour effective August 1st, 2023.
Second?
Have a motion to second voting?
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
and Don.
Yes.
And I make a motion for a resolution to accept 8 pest control companies quote for $470 annually for pest control at 4915 North Nickel Plate, Louisville.
Second?
Motion to second voting?
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
and Don.
Citizens. Is there a
You
citizen?
have to sign up?
Concerns of the citizens, come up and state your name. We've got Sandy Smith. Is the timer working?
Yeah, if the person pushing it would run out. See what Donna needs by that thing. All right. My name's Sandy Smith, and I live at 9639 Somerville Street. I'm an employee of Nimishillen Township. However, I am not on the clock right now, and I think that's important for you to know. I'm also a citizen in Nimishillen Township and a candidate for fiscal officer on the November ballot this year. I'm here today to talk to you guys because it's come to my attention that on Wednesday, August 30th, our current fiscal officer, Todd Bosley, allowed my opponent to sit in the fiscal office to trade. Every citizen of Nimishillen Township should be outraged by this. Why? Because it is your tax money that is paying his assistant's wages and his use of township equipment that was paid by your tax money to train his friend This person is not an township employee, and they are not bonded. Yet Mr. Bosley let this person into the office where the most sensitive information is held, including our bank account information, our routing numbers, all of our employees' social security numbers, health information on our employees, and EMS patient information is protected by HIPAA. This would not be the first time, however, that this office has done something careless with confidential information. No, there have been more than one occasion where Todd Bosley's office has emailed social security numbers. And at least once included an EMS patient's name in a public meeting, which is a HIPAA thing. Now, I expect Todd Bosley to deny this. So, I requested a video for the security camera from that building. During the November 22nd, 2022 special meeting, Todd claimed that he moved his fire station, his office to the fire station on Columbus Road for security purposes, and quote, everything is on camera. However, on September 5th, I received an email from the fire chief stating the video cameras at Station 3 are view only. So which way would that be? Also, during the November 22nd meeting, Todd talks about the risk of having a township employee who is an employee and bonded in the building as a security risk that his information that would be locked up in his office. And also to the fire department, because the ambulances are there and they're supplied with all kinds of medicines. Yet Todd himself allows this person, who by the way, is charged with, among other things, physical control under the influence, reduced from OVI refusal, and sentenced to 3 days in jail. That's the person he allowed in the fiscal office, not just the fire station, to roam around in a fiscal office with the secure information and the confidential information. So I'll emphasize again, the person he let in was not even an employee and was not bonded. So in conclusion, I will again state that Todd Bosley has overstepped his role as an elected official and has used your tax money to train up front, and for what practical purpose. The last thing I'd like to say is I would like to submit my comments and make them part of the permanent minutes. Thank you.
I'd like to respond to what you had to say, Sandy. But let's start with the videotape first. I don't control what the fire department does, whether their information, the way they collect their information works or not. I sent your request, your information request for that to our fire chief. And the fire chief told me that he's been asking for some time for the trustees to get the equipment that we need to record. So if you guys know about
No, he's
to
never asked
record.
us.
No.
The camera works, it just doesn't record. But I do wanna finish to the responses. Your opponent, Brandon Evans, did come to my office. That's an absolute, that's the truth. The other stuff you said though is not true.
What part is not true?
He didn't see anybody's information.
He was in the office
he
where that
scheduled-
information is
Let him
available.
respond.
And I can respond to his response. This is a
Let him get
conversation.
finished.
Alright.
Nobody interrupted you.
Sandy, this is the problem with you. You go off on these tangents and you go off with part of the information and you don't even know what's going on. Brandon made an appointment because he's curious about how the fiscal office works. I would extend the same courtesy to you if you wanted to come see how the fiscal office works. The stuff about social security numbers and patient IDs that I emailed anything, that wasn't me that emailed anything.
Your office, I never said you personally.
I didn't email those, what I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, your employee.
Were you present whenever this young man was in the office?
No, I was not. No,
He made an appointment with you?
He made an appointment with Kelly to come and see, he just wanted to go over how the whole office works. So,
Wait, but
and
we're paying her as an employee, not to train people, period.
he wasn't training anybody.
It doesn't matter, she was
What was he doing
using
in there then?
township resources and getting paid by the hour.
Because
for
he's a
something.
candidate for the office and he wants to know what's going on, and that's what responsible candidates do. They ask questions to try to find out how
Well,
things
you
work.
should know what's going on before you run, I would say. You wouldn't be curious about how it's ran.
He has a master's degree and he's a CPA with a master's degree, so I think he has a pretty good idea of what's going on. But anyhow, if
So why did he have to come in?
He wanted to see how the process works. Well, you can laugh and make jokes about it, but you know it's a complicated process. I mean, you don't even understand it. So-
Todd, you didn't personally come in and train or see what was going on before you became fiscal officer.
Yes, I did.
And
If
now
he
we're
will, he can
allowing-
See how it works.
All right, let's,
I don't need him looking at my stuff.
I'm gonna interrupt here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
interrupt.
And then look at, what did you say?
Go ahead, George.
See, this is, you guys let him say shut up to me? Is that acceptable?
Let's just take a step back. It's very disappointing that he didn't have an appointment with you, Todd, to walk in and walk through that and have social security numbers.
It's not disappointing.
It's, to me personally, it's very disappointing. This office
It
is
would be
very
to you.
disappointing.
And this board's been very.
Extremely
political.
disappointing.
Yeah.
We're gonna move forward.
And it's not disappointing. He has a right to know
Yeah,
what's
you
going on.
you should know better.
There's a lot of things you should know about.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah. All right, Ronald Salisbury.
I wasn't gonna say anything at all till now. Sort of reminds me like Biden and Trump and the Democratic Party. Instead of telling them what you know and what you want to learn and your experience, the first thing you do is gotta cut somebody up. You gotta cut them up. You just can't win on your ability to do the job. I don't like that. I'll protect him against a rogue government. You people, you set her with you every day, and then you get her running, and she got to badmouth somebody to make a point. All she got to do is run and do the job. But you got to cut somebody up to prove a point. I wouldn't vote for you on a dime because of that. You guys, when you get something, you want to eat somebody to death over it. I don't have any use for none of you.
All right, I make a motion to enter an executive session authorized under Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, unless the employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing by Division G1 of Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code at 7:18 p.m.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Voting, please.
George,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
and Don.
Yes.
All right, thanks for coming, everyone.
Hey, Todd, I got your back, buddy. You need a friend, because they ain't.
Yeah, he does.
A bunch of crooked politicians and person that can't run on a record.
That's